Hello, in this video I shall be giving the analysis of a topic, wrong speech detrimental to cordial bilateral ties. So while dealing with cordial bilateral ties, we must choose our words in speaking about that nation in order to continue this cordiality. So any wrong speech to that end would be detrimental to our relation with that nation. So we shall analyze about this. So there are certain comments to be avoided by our political figures while speaking about other countries, because we have long standing ties that would be ruptured by these comments. So the actions and dialogues or comments of the political figures matter a lot to other nations and their relation with our country. For example, there is a recent news of Singapore variant virus that was commented upon by the Chief Minister of Delhi. He says that there is a variant of coronavirus born in Singapore, and that would be expected to come to India in its third wave of COVID-19 in India, and that would be very problematic to children. So this is a caution observed by or given by the Chief Minister of Delhi. But Singapore gave a huge harsh response to this, denying that there is any of such variant in Singapore. So it says that it is a fake news, and it also thrashes the CM of Delhi with this online circulation of fake news. So in Singapore, they have a domestic law, and they have this right to invoke this domestic law on the Chief Minister of Delhi. So the law is Protection from Online Falsehoods and Manipulation Act. So according to this act, they are invoking their right against these kind of comments on the Chief Minister of Delhi. So this is the news, and even the Minister of External Affairs of India, Mr. Jaishankar, he responded with the statement of irresponsible comments can damage long-standing partnerships. So this was observed by him in view of our relation with Singapore, as the Singapore government responded with a harsh reply. So this is a recent news, and this is a smaller or a petty news when compared to other major comments made by major offices of India on our even closer neighbors. One example is Bangladesh case. We shall analyze this case in view of how wrong speeches can be detrimental to our relations. Coming to this Bangladesh case, during the election campaign in West Bengal, the Home Minister commented on Bangladeshis. He compared the illegal Bangladeshi immigrants, because West Bengal sees this surge of Bangladeshi immigration every year. So he commented on these Bangladeshi immigrants, and he said that it is just a vermin that he would just push into the Bay of Bengal. So humiliating comments like this on whether it is an illegal migrant or no, but it is a very humiliating comment for any human being to take. So this humiliating comment, and also he commented on the poverty of Bangladesh, like poor people are starving over there in Bangladesh, and such comments are made by him openly in public during the campaign in West Bengal. So this was responded harshly by the foreign minister of Bangladesh, and this is a very bad thing that would have its huge impact in our bilateral relations with or bilateral ties with Bangladesh. Moreover, this is very unfortunate as it comes in the wake of this event of 50th anniversary of Bangladeshi liberation this year, and also Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of Bangladesh, the father of their nation, they are celebrating his birth centenary this year. So because of these two formal celebrations happening over there, these comments come in the wake of these celebrations, and this is a very unfortunate thing on this bilateral relation with Bangladesh. And our relation with Bangladesh, India-Bangladesh ties are acutely sensitive relation or acutely sensitive ties that we possess, because we know that Bangladesh used to be a part of India as East Bengal state, and that went away into Pakistan during partition, and this was regarded as East Pakistan then, and later Bangladesh got liberated from Pakistan and became a separate nation. So there is a sensitive relation in this way between India and Bangladesh. And even all territorial sites of Bangladesh are surrounded by India. So this is one major important neighbor to us. And even to Bangladesh we are very important in this view. And Bangladeshis have Bengali roots and they follow Bengali traditions because they were once belonging to this Bengal state of East Bengal. And even the land border is so great that 4,100 kilometers of distance of land border we have with Bangladesh. And Bangladeshi liberation was a major event in history in which India backed Bangladesh and supported it and won over Pakistan to have a separate nation. So we have such huge, long, deeply rooted ties with Bangladesh. But there are also some major things, issues with Bangladesh, some negatives with Bangladesh that Bangladesh is stuck with, or it is afraid of worsening of these issues. Some of the issues are balance of trade with India. And this balance of trade with India is on India's side. That is, the balance of trade between the two countries is favoring India rather than Bangladesh. And there are 54 rivers that flow from India to Bangladesh, and they hugely cause flood and drought every year in Bangladesh. So due to this extreme course of these rivers, extreme nature of the river flow, Bangladesh is very much hit by these floods and droughts over there. And there are smuggling of goods happening at the borders of Bangladesh, and there are vulnerable people, a lot of vulnerable people at these borders. So these people were commented by our Home Minister, which is a very sad thing because they are vulnerable, and it is not out of any terroristic or extremistic ideas they cross the borders, but their vulnerability makes them to do so. So commenting on such poor vulnerable people is a wrong thing. And this turbulent partition history, as I have told, in 1947 it went away into Pakistan, and in 1971 it had to again separate from Pakistan and become a nation. So this partition history was very turbulent, which involved a lot of bloodshed, and many human rights abuses were known to happen during this partition time. And it is also with this problem of militant Islamic groups working there, and it has its own problems and issues in this way. So obviously there would be poverty for a nation with these many problems based on geography, economy, based on militant Islamic groups, terrorism and everything. It is expected that it would be little poor. And commenting on that poverty by our ministry, by one of our ministries, is a very bad thing. So it is with its own emotional wounds. The country is with its own emotional wounds, and India needs to show this big brotherly attitude with patience and sympathy over Bangladesh. So we also need some favor from Bangladesh. We are getting this favor from Bangladesh since Sheikh Hasina is elected for the third consecutive time as its leader, and she is none other than the daughter of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of their nation. And she has been very good to India, and she is having a huge vigilance over Northeast militant movement that is hosting in Bangladesh. This is some internal affair problem of India, Northeast militancy. The movement is hosted in Bangladesh, and Sheikh Hasina is vigilant over that movement. And she is also supervising some Muslim fundamentalist terrorists in Bangladesh, which is also good to India that she is checking them. And she permitted good connectivity between the two countries, connectivity through land, rivers, and even some ports of Bangladesh she permitted India to use. And Indian investments are encouraged ever since she is elected, and we have at least 100,000 Indians rightly living and working in Bangladesh. So with all this view, we must be careful in choosing our words while speaking about the country or its people. And we also need to note the performance of a nation while speaking about it. For example, Bangladesh is going to have its graduation of status, national status, in 2026. It is going to be called developing nation, and it is going to get this graduation from least developed nation to developing nation. And it is doing very well in its human development indicators, and it is showing a very steady progress amongst all the South Asian countries. And it is also doing well with ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations, and because of its eventual membership in ASEAN. And it is a partner of RCEP, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. It is a partner in this, and it is showing a good efficient role in that. So with all this background, India must keep in mind while speaking about a country like Bangladesh. And finally, any country must mind to know that interdependability is the reason why a country is existing, and we need to depend on our neighbors for security, stability, and it is this responsibility of both governments for this reason. and words and actions to avoid must be noted and must be very cautiously selected, cautiously avoided by our ministers. And we need to consolidate our cordiality time to time, and we should not worsen our existing cordiality. Finally, the word is, what is sauce for the goose is equally sauce for the gander. What applies to one will equally be applied to the other. So this must be in mind of any international relation dealing. So this is the analysis about our relations and how to protect them, and thank you.